everybody, welcome back to another Judgment commentary of Owarimonogatari, but today we're going to be checking out episode 9. And last time, on episode 8, we started off the Shinobu male arc, and man, I'm pretty excited for it because we're finally going to be getting to see what was going on with Araragi during the events of Nekomonogatari White, because we've been waiting a while for that, a very long time. They've been setting it up, they've told us stuff was going down during all of that, but we never got to see it, and here it is. It started off right after Araragi texted Tsuruga telling her that he needed to ask a favor of her. She met him over at the old schoolhouse and, well, hijinks ensued for a little bit, with her misunderstanding exactly what he wanted of her, but that's to be expected with Tsuruga. It was your typical kind of stuff between the two of them, but then stuff started to go a little off the rails when a suit of armor appeared. Yeah, just a suit of samurai armor showed up in the middle of the classroom, and they were completely confused by that, naturally. But Tsuruga takes it upon herself to run up and punch the thing right in the crotch, and then it crumbled into the ground. And then immediately rose back up again and started to curb stomp the two of them. Because every time she struck it, she seemed to be getting weaker, and the armor seemed to be getting stronger. Which led to Araragi thinking this thing might be a vampire. Which, yeah, it is. Because if it wasn't clear enough already, this thing is apparently the remnants of Shinobu's first minion. You remember that one guy, he was an honorable samurai warrior who, after nearly getting killed by the darkness, Shinobu brought him back to life by making him a vampire. He hated her for doing that, so decided to take his own life by standing out in the sun. Apparently it didn't put him down for good, and he just is a weird cloud of darkness that is possessing his armor. Turns out he thought this would be the perfect opportunity to roll in and get some revenge on Shinobu, specifically to try to get his sword back, but as we know, Shinobu ain't here. She got separated from Araragi after the darkness went over his shadow, severing their connection. So yeah, out of all the times to show up, he picked probably the worst one. And at first it looked like they were about to get completely destroyed because they couldn't mount a defense against the guy. Not with him draining all of their life just by touching him. But they were saved by none other than the tiger. Yeah, because if you recall, the tiger showed up and burned down the school while they were inside, and that's when this was happening. And ironically, it actually saved them, because if it hadn't been for that tiger, they would have been toast. Again, ironically. Although they did also almost die in the fire until Ononoki showed up and saved them as well. I guess she could have just shown up and saved them instead of the tiger, but still. In any case, it'll be nice to see how this arc plays out, but we all know how it ends, with Araragi jumping off the roof and stabbing a tiger through the neck with the sword like a total awesome guy. So it'll be nice to see how it builds up to that, but without further ado, let's get right back in. Okay, where to begin? I guess I'll look at this thing. They were talking about, in the raincoat and the galoshes, and it reminds me of when Tsuruga's arc first happened, and she wore the raincoat as the disguise. I wonder if this has anything to do with that. It's got like a big lobster claw thing, and even some like feeler leg looking things. Yeah, she was referring to this thing as the monkey, because she said she was fighting the monkey, but it wasn't Tsuruga, it was this other lobstery looking thing in the raincoat and boots. Now apparently it attacked her and Hanekawa, and that apparently Ononoki showed up and blew the right side of its body off, and then we have it right here. I have no idea, man. I'm with Araragi's brain. What in the world is going on in this town right now? So yeah, this episode is mostly 3 acts. Act 1 being Araragi wanting to take Tsuruga back home, but Ononoki convincing him that that would be unwise because she interacted with the armor, and that because she did so, it could potentially come back and hurt her at some point. Then they got lost trying to get to the park, and after, 3 hours of trying to wander and find it, with the help of Tsuruga, They did find it, but by the time they got there, Guyan was gone. For unknown reasons, Araragi speculated that maybe she had to deal with an apparition, and given how many seem to be operating in town at once, it's possible. But then, when they got there, they found Shinobu. She was sleeping under the swing, and she describes a circumstance where she and Hanekawa had to throw down with something she called a monkey, but not Saruga, and it was this weird lobster shrimp looking thing. Quite peculiar. Also that Ononoki helped them defeat the monkey. This arc seems to have a lot going on. Fortunately, we've got a lot of time to explore it. We got the whole rest of the arc up through episode 13. For now, it seems like there's a whole lot going on, and I'm not sure what to make of a lot of it. At first, it just seemed like the armor was gonna show up and that would be like the big bad, but now we've got this thing that we have to deal with. So I suppose we'll see how that goes. Honestly, for now, I think that's the depth of what I'm going to be able to discuss, so thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed. Subscribe to be updated on more. That would be great. Next time, going to be episode 10 of Owarimonogatari, part 3 of the Shinobu male arc. As Shinobu said, she's not done fighting yet. They're gonna have to try to deal with this thing. Man, this was a really busy time. I mean, we had the tiger messing around and stuff, we've got the armor, we had the darkness that was going along with a lot of this. We've got this thing, the shrimp, lobster, monkey thing. Araragi, you need a break after this arc, man. Ah well, we'll see what other information we can get next time, but till then, I will see you guys later.